We're here playing. I'm kidding. We're gonna be playing later, but not right now. We're here, basically, giving grievances on the fact that there are managers out there, guys. Before I go any further, like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that little bell icon, know when I'm putting out next vid. Anyway, before I, like I said, there are, this can be a crash out, just so you know. I hate managers that think that just because they have the power to mess with your schedule is the fact that they do it on a daily, and they basically put your life in a tailspin every time they're in a bad mood. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not okay. There are people out there that are so petty at saying, well, you piss me off right now, so you get less hours and you don't get to pay your student loans or whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, who the fuck does that shit? You are a sociopath. The only people that do rotas are either good managers, which is hard to find nowadays, or fucking sociopaths. And the sociopaths are a lot more common. Mind you, I never said it was a bad thing, because some sociopaths are good, believe it or not, guys. People automatically assume, oh, you're a sociopath, oh, you're evil. No, guys, it just means you have a disconnect of certain ideals. I have a friend that can be qualified more or less as a sociopath. And mind you, that doesn't mean he is a bad person. It just means he doesn't have the same scruples as the rest of us. And quite frankly, sometimes that's a good thing. It depends on the situation and or what's going on at hand. So again, he is a good guy, just not in the way you think most good guys are. But anyway, so the reason I even bring it up is because I was having issues where I work and quite frankly, getting a hold of some of these people it's kind of like pulling teeth. Like, it's like shouting, "Hey, you lion!" And every fucking lion looks up and goes, "Ooh, dinner." By the way, like and subscribe. Definitely helps the channel. Thank you very much. Anyway, so that's why I hate certain types of managers. And like I said, I've had managers that are garbage, and I've had managers that are fucking saints. One time I got hurt, aside from today, I got hurt and I had a couple of days to be left off because of me healing, right? Or, I had family and I had to deal with family stuff, right? One time, my grandmother died. Yes, folks, my grandmother on my mom's side. She was cherished because she was quirky because of her Alzheimer's, but she was fun. She had spark. And unfortunately, that spark was snuffed, and and it kills me every time that happened. It really did. Every time I hear about it, like, so when it happened, I apologize, guys, my brain. When it happened, guys, I cried, and I definitely needed at least a day. Luckily, it happened on a Friday. I said, hey, I don't know if I can come in today. I feel like I'm gonna need the rest of the week, and like, I'm gonna need this Friday and then the rest of the weekend to deal with this. And then he goes, no, dude, you're literally just calling off that one day. You're good. He would have given me Monday if he, I know for a fact he would have given me Monday as well. I said, no, the weekend, the 3-day weekend is plenty for me. Thank you very much. And I sincerely appreciate it. He goes, no, man, you're good. And trust me, I get it. And I loved him for that because he was a great manager. He had my back within reason. He didn't get too overly involved with us, but at the same time, he understood our struggles, and that's the one thing I liked about him. Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much for checking out my videos, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. Anyway, so basically what I was telling you guys is I've had managers that were godsends. They were amazing people. Other managers that I just could not stand. I had a manager when I used to work at McDonald's. Yes, folks, I used to work at McDonald's. Yes, folks, it's probably where I got my gut. No denying it. I spent years working there, and more than likely I ate more than a few Big Macs and whatever. Anyway, so, and if you guys are gonna hit me with some fat jokes, don't worry, I already went for it, and I'm pretty sure I've heard them all. Plus, I'm actually pretty small for a fat guy. I'm actually very on the borderline fat guy. So, I'm not exactly skinny, but I ain't entirely fat either. I just have a few extra pounds. That's literally all it is. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, right. So, yeah, there was a manager that I had to deal with at McDonald's, and mind you, I couldn't stand her. We're going to call her Belinda, because I don't really remember her name, and I'm pretty sure that was pretty close. So Belinda, she wasn't exactly the horrible, like the worst of the worst, because I've had and heard of really bad ones, but she was the type of manager that was, how can I say, she was non-existent. She was like a transparent, like she was there as a figure piece. And that's the best way I can explain it. She was as useless as a screen door in a submarine. That's how bad she was. Honestly, guys, I had more respect for the workers there than I had for her. And I had most of my help from the workers. Mind you, I only worked there for a few times, and I never wanted to go back. I told my manager, because it was one of those situations where, hey, we're not going to need you here, but is a possibility you could work over at the other location because they might need a few extra hands. And I said, oh yeah, no problem, I got you. It was a manager that I actually respected. I went there, I helped out. Again, I did my entire shift the way I would have normally. You know, here's the thing. I normally handle the food, but apparently that manager said, no, I don't know you, so you can't handle the food. And I said, okay, cool, I'll handle the register. He goes, yeah, you can handle the register? I'm like, yes, ma'am, I can handle the register. You can handle the register. I was like, sorry, echo in here. Yes, I can handle the register. God damn. I didn't, of course, yell. I said, yes, ma'am, I can handle the register. I was trying to be respectful. Mind you, when I'm at work, I have this professional face for the most part. When I'm talking to people that are above me, yeah, I'm going to show them a little respect. As much as it kills me. But I have to, otherwise, you know, it shows good on me, and it might give me a promotion. Don't expect me to brown nose, though. I'll give you enough respect as you deserve. I'll keep pushing my buttons, then all bets are off. It's as simple as that, folks. Anyway, long story short, dealt with her crap, her garbage. I basically said, hey, where does this go? Where is this? And I swear she looked at me like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like I was a newbie. I probably superseded her. I probably lasted longer than she did. And I'm not bullshitting. She was at least a year. She only worked there for about a year, guys. It sucked, but yeah, I worked I worked there at the time for about 5 to 6 years. So I literally superseded her. Mind you, the reason why I didn't go into management was because the requirements was too time consuming. I had other things. I had family situations that I really couldn't handle being a manager. I really couldn't. That, and I just didn't. There was really no point. More stress for barely any money. Honestly, guys, I barely wanted to do that job, let alone do a management job. I would have been cranky as a motherfucker if I'm not already. So I'm like, no. Anyway, so what happened was, so I basically said that to her. I said this to her. I said, hey, can you help me? Show me what I need to do. What you want me to do around here? The first few times I went there, she gives me that look like she was exasperated that she had to do her job, which was kind of fucked up. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand not wanting to do your job, but I'll do my job, god damn it. And if I have to sigh, I'll do it in the back of my mind. I won't actually come out and sigh. And if I do actually sigh outside, it is for the stupidest reason possible. Not me being stupid, just someone giving me the opportunity to feel like this situation is stupid. Anyway, so I'm in there. She's showing me things so lazily, I had to pick it up later because I had to ask another coworker. Mind you, she was just as exasperated as I was. Later, I found out, 2 years later, after I left, I found out that same girl that helped me be past the manager became the manager in the manager's place, and the manager that was being so belligerent, she got fired, guys. She got fired, and I don't remember how she got fired. It wasn't for anything scandalous. She just, I think it's because her attitude just caught up with her. Let that be the lesson to you folks. When you're going to work and you got an attitude, stuff it. Stuff your attitude, guys. Unless your job is to have an attitude, which honestly it's hard to imagine what kind of job that is. Just don't be a prick about it, guys. Be nice as much as you can, despite, there are some dumb people out there. And when I say dumb, I'm talking about people that just don't have the ability to think before they speak, or they don't realize their stupidity. Case in point, I've seen so many videos where there are people that confuse veganism to vegetarianism, and I'm like laughing my ass off going, there's a big difference, guys. There's a ginormous difference. And people just think, well, I'm a vegan, but I like some cheese. I'm like, then you're not vegan, you're vegetarian. There's a difference. He goes, no, cheese is okay. It is poultry. And I'm looking at them going, what the even if it was poultry, which it isn't, it's dairy, sweetheart, for one. Two, poultry is chicken and anything that is bird related. And mind you, it's like, what are you talking about? Are you saying poultry is murder? And I've actually had this conversation with a girl. It was a date, actually. And yeah, it was one of those blind dates a buddy of mine got me into, and no, we did not go on the second date. We barely finished the first date. She called me a heathen, for one, and I said, no, I'm polytheistic. There's a difference. Second, I didn't want to deal with her because of how uppity she was. On top of the fact that I had to pay for the bill. Guys, I had to pay for the bill. Luckily, the bill wasn't too much, and she actually called me a cheapskate because I generally I didn't buy anything too big. I I got myself maybe maybe a sandwich and a couple of things of fries. Mind you, the place I went to was pretty. It was like in my personal view, it was like Olive Garden, but it had burgers. It wasn't exactly Olive Garden itself. It just had that fancy feel to it. It was like a really really nice restaurant. It just had nice burgers on the menu. I think it was something like not exactly IHOP or Denny's, because obviously there wouldn't it been the second date. Hell, probably wouldn't have been the first date. I don't remember where that specific place was. It was a really nice place, but the bill came out to almost $80 for the two of us. She got like a $40 something. I think it was a piece of steak or something, which honestly I felt like it was kind of cheap compared. But honestly, it looked good. It really did look good. Yeah, I know. I said it was a vegan girl. I was laughing my ass off going, man, I was like, mind you, I found out that that steak that she ordered was tofu. And I said, wow, they actually grill mark tofu? Okay, fair enough. Mind you, when I ordered, mind you, this place was entirely vegan and vegetarian. So it literally was no meat at all. I actually had this burger, and weirdly enough, it was actually pretty good. It was actually really delicious. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed it. Would I go back? Probably not, because it's not exactly cheap. For myself, it's like $23 minimum. If I had a good paycheck, maybe I'll go by myself, because it was actually pretty delicious. Um, would I go back? Again, with no one specific, no. Because of the price mostly. And honestly, I think that was the only thing that I liked on it, and I don't even remember what it was again. It was like a tofu burger or something, and the patty looked like an actual grilled patty. It looked so good, but I found out because of the taste that it was just tofu, basically seasoned like a steak or like a beef patty. Like I said, I wouldn't have known until someone until the person said, "Yeah, it's just basically tofu seasoned like a beef patty," and I said, "Okay, that is weirdly good." It was actually pretty tasty. Um, Again, would I eat it again? Maybe. Again, I'm on the fence on it because, like I said, the price was just a little high, so I wasn't so big on it. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of went onto a tangent. I apologize, guys. I went to a tangent from managers to someone I used to talk to, um, and mind you, I barely even talked to this girl at all after preceding the date, like 2 3 days, and then we went to on a date, and then we just stopped talking. It was a point where um, I started texting her more because she wanted me to text her more. She wanted me more communicative. Apparently, she caught the "I don't want to talk to you any ever again" bug, and I said, "Okay, cool. Tell me right off the bat." And I actually sent her a message, "Sweetheart, you're not gonna pull this crap on me. I'm not gonna play your little games. If you don't want to talk to me, cool. I'm cool with that." And I don't care for whatever reason it is, because honestly, that date was a disaster. I don't ever want to see you again. I actually told her that. The date was a disaster. You're always argumentative. You call me cheap, which is a very big sign that me and you will not get along. Like, you expected me to buy, plus she expected me to buy her something as we were leaving. Guys, we were passing down this mall, like outside mall place in downtown where I live, and they had this place, kind of not exactly Gucci, but it was definitely high end. uh the the lowest purse they had was like like 150 $700. I looked at it, I said, why the fuck do I need to give you a like 157 dollars worth of purse. It's like with the purses. It goes, no, no, you dummy. That purse is only 157. I'm looking at her. I was like, sweetheart, I paid $80 for the two of us. Mind you, I don't get paid very much. I told you that. She goes, well, I'm sorry that you're poor. I'm like, well, I'm sorry that you're dumped. Bye. And mind you, again, this was preceding the conversation I was telling you about. I was telling her after that, and mind you, she gave me shit for it later. I almost felt bad until she started reminding me why I told her that. I said, well, the reason why I told you that is because I'm tired of your biggest attitude. You think that you're okay, that just because you're very pretty, that you get to do whatever the fuck you want, you can run me around by my nose? No, I'm not your fucking pendejo. I am not your dog. I am not your fucking baby daddy. Every time you want something, my wallet comes out. Fuck that. And if any of you guys out there, guy or girl, has that and mentality, drop it, because you are gonna be single for the rest of your fucking life. And then you're gonna be on YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, saying, where are all the boys at, or where are the girls at? Well, guys, there's a reason why nobody wants to date you, is because people out there are saying, ooh, 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 I'm so sad, nobody wants to date me, I'm so beautiful, but no one. It's like, well, yeah, you're beautiful on the outside, but what about the inside, guys? There's always that one person that thinks that they're gorgeous as fuck, but they automatically assume that just because they have a pretty face, that everybody's gonna bow down to them like fucking Cleopatra. It's not how that works. Anyway, I extended this video a little longer than I thought I was going to do. Sorry. There will be another video, but it's going to be me playing a game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next. Be safe.